Hi guys, Diana here, nutrition educator and coach from plantnutrition.com. I wanted to share in this video a little bit about some different food ingredients that you should stay away from. So when you're reading your ingredient labels, I have 8 here that I'm going to share with you that I think you should not consume. That's my personal opinion, but these are just different things that I've learned that I would absolutely advise you. You shouldn't eat it, your spouse shouldn't eat it, your kids shouldn't eat it. I have a quote here to share from the book called Toxic Food. So virtually every bite of food you eat has been treated with some chemical somewhere along the line. Dyes, bleaches, emulsifiers, moisteners, drying agents, preservatives, flavor enhancers, artificial sweeteners, anti-caking agents, hydrogenators, and the list goes on. These chemicals destroy valuable minerals, vitamins, enzymes, stripping food products of their natural life-giving qualities. If you can't recognize something on your ingredient label, the chances are your body will not recognize it either and won't know how to break it down, digest it, or process it. If there's a food commercial for it, you probably shouldn't be eating it. If you can't pronounce the ingredients, don't eat it. Okay, so the first one I want to share is artificial sweeteners. So aspartame is a man-made synthetic chemical brought to us by Monsanto. Red flag right there, right away. It's an excitotoxin, meaning that it excites your brain cells to the point where they actually explode. The actual definition of an excitotoxin is a substance added to foods and beverages that literally stimulates your neurons to death, causing brain damage of varying degrees. Okay. I wrote, they're chemical cocktails that are extremely addictive and also disrupt the normal hormonal and neurological signals that control hunger and satiety. So you want to steer clear of artificial sweeteners. Diet soda specifically, and diet products actually in general, you want to stay away from. Anything that says low fat, or no sugar, you can usually think of these as chemical crap storms, okay? Something interesting, in study after study after study, they are proving that aspartame and diet drinks and diet products actually do make you gain weight. So kind of ironic, but that's the truth. So here's why. When you have aspartame, it doubles the amount of cortisol in your body, and your cortisol, that's your stress hormone. So it increases inflammation, and so it ends up causing weight gain, not weight loss. Moving on from there, artificial colors. The majority of artificial food coloring ingredients are made with petroleum and are a derivative of petrochemicals and coal tar. These chemicals can cause serious diseases and mental disorders in humans. They, under no circumstances, should be ingested by humans. There are 5 dangerous food colorings that are linked with cancer in animal testing. Blue number 1, blue number 2, red 3, green 3, and yellow 6. Hi, Sylvia and Shay. Thanks for joining in. The artificial colors there, that is quoted from David Wolf's book, Longevity Now. Number 4, high fructose corn syrup. This is a sweetener and a preservative used in many processed foods. And high fructose corn syrup is the perfect ingredient that if you see high fructose corn syrup in your ingredient label, you know that it is not real food. It's a food product created by corporations. Okay, it's not something you want to consume or put in your body on a regular basis at all. Okay, high fructose corn syrup triggers lipogenesis, which means it turns on a fat production factory in your liver. Okay, and it also produces cholesterol and triglycerides. And the glucose in high fructose corn syrup triggers big spikes in insulin. So with both of those happening, high fructose corn syrup leads to metabolic disturbances that increase appetite, weight gain, diabetes, and heart disease. Okay, that's quoted from The Blood Sugar Solution by Dr. Mark Hyman. He has like 3 full pages all about high fructose corn syrup. Just trust me on this, it is not good for you. You do not want to consume high fructose corn syrup on a regular basis. Okay. Conventional produce. So the toxic pesticides used in conventional farming have all been linked with a wide range of health problems. Pesticides are particularly harmful for our hormonal system, Our endocrine system is very sensitive to chemicals and pesticides. Okay, and when we logically think of it, does it make sense that we would eat food that has been sprayed with chemicals that have been man-made? We're so used to it because it's been happening for so long, but really when you logically think of it, that we're eating food that's been sprayed with chemicals, it's not good. Especially when you're looking at cancer rates, 1 in 2 people, it's almost 1 in 2 people now that are getting cancer. So you should eat food that hasn't been sprayed with chemicals and pesticides, either grow it yourself or get it from someone who you know doesn't use sprays, or you could buy it organic. Okay, hydrogenated oils. This is another one. So when you're reading labels, anything that says hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated, you want to stay away from. Okay, hydrogenated oils are used to prolong shelf life of processed foods. In many European countries, hydrogenated oils are actually banned, but unfortunately they're not banned here. There's undeniable evidence from scientific studies that directly link rancid fatty acids, such as hydrogenated oils, found in processed foods to the development of diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. Okay, hydrogenated oils often contain trans fats as well, and we know that trans fats are linked to heart disease. Okay, hydrogenated oils are 1 molecule away from being plastic. They contribute to high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. Okay, next one, microwaved food. Microwave food completely, actually, so I'm super passionate about this. People need to be educated about using the microwave. It's not something to take lightly. I don't mean to sound hardcore there, but microwaves aren't safe. Again, it's something we've been doing for so long, we don't really question it, but when you microwave your food, it completely destroys the molecular structure of the food. So even if you're eating the most nutrient-dense, life-giving meal that you have made, if you nuke it or zap it in the microwave, it destroys the molecular structure of the food. And what ends up happening is that your immune system doesn't actually recognize it as food. It's really hard for your body to process and break down and digest the food after you microwave it. Okay, it totally destroys the nutrient content of your food, and it can also create carcinogenic compounds in certain foods. If you aren't aware of some of the dangers that come with microwaving your food, I would just totally suggest that you look into it and learn about it. It's very eye-opening. And lastly, monosodium glutamate. So this is another excitotoxin, meaning that it can excite your brain cells so much to the point where they die off. So monosodium glutamate is used as a flavor enhancer. There is strong evidence suggesting that MSG can cause brain damage in children because ingesting excitotoxins such as MSG affects the development of a child's nervous system. So that's quoted from Longevity Now in David Wolf's book. MSG also activates the pleasure centers in your brain. It's something that's used to keep us addicted to food, to keep eating more, eating more, eating more, even though we're full. And that's about everything that I wanted to share. So artificial sweeteners, diet soda and diet products, artificial colors, high fructose corn syrup, conventional produce, hydrogenated oils, and microwaved food. These were just a few that I wanted to share. There was a lot more that I wanted to share, but I thought I'll just keep it short. I'm not going to go on for 35 minutes. Some people might be more interested in all the science behind each thing, but for this video, I just wanted to keep it short and simple, even though that was really difficult for me because there's lots more that I want to say. I'll leave it with that. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.